No, seriously, we are gonna get a big boy supercar. Like, I want to get like a Lamborghini Revuelto, or a Temerario, or a Ferrari like 296 GTB, like some serious hard-hitting car, not no little entry-level supercar. That's good for y'all little brokies, but for me, nah, I gotta get to the next level. I'm done. And to do that, I need to really start like really focusing on leveling up. We're about to head out, and I thought it would be a good idea to vlog it. I haven't made any videos for you guys in a while. I've been trying to rebrand the channel. If you've been paying attention, you may have noticed that a ton of videos got unlisted. We had 2,900 videos, and now we only have 500. So hopefully the rebrand helps me in the algorithm, but I've been thinking about it, and I really don't know how much it's gonna help. Just because I'm basically trying to reformat my channel, be a little bit more positive, focus more on business and on motivation, but maybe my personality just lends itself to being toxic. I was looking at some of my old videos, and I might be going through a manic episode. I feel like after watching a video where I was reacting to Fuzi, I feel like I might be on one of those Fuzi arcs where he comes up with some idea, he tries to change his whole personality, and he fails epically, so that might be what happens. We'll find out in a few months, I guess. But in the meantime, I am pushing myself to the extreme to try to be more positive and bring you guys some value, not just content slop. So far, it's been going pretty good. It's Mother's Day. We're gonna be going to Bailey's parents' house to do a little bit of a barbecue. Also, you guys may have noticed that we did get our stuff in the apartment, even though it's still very unorganized. I got my setup here, kinda how it was before. This apartment is much smaller than the other apartment, so the bike that used to be right next to the office is no longer there. The kitchen is a little bit bigger, but it doesn't matter because we're not in the kitchen all the time. We're over here. Also, I went ahead and I had a bunch of boxes. I actually didn't show you guys this, but we had like a ton of boxes in here from the moving. I ended up having to pay a garbage disposal company to remove those things from the apartment, and they charged me like $700, $800 to remove the boxes from the apartment. I kind of felt like a dummy afterwards because it was not like something I couldn't do myself. The only problem is that this apartment complex does not have a garbage disposal area, so that's the main reason why I ended up paying them, but they kind of screwed me over. It was like $800. As you can see, have boxes left over. I don't want to have to pay them again, but I might end up having to do that because I don't know where and how I'm going to get these boxes out of the apartment. The craziest part about this is that we're going to be moving again, like in less than a month, supposedly, to Texas, and we're going to have to do all of this over again. Hopefully a bit more organized since we'll be the ones doing the moving, but it is a bit overwhelming and I am kind of stressed out about it, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm rebranding, but I still want to have fun while doing it. I don't want this to all be just boring, lock in, no fap, blah, 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 blah. So let's try to make it fun. Let's try to roll with the punches, and I'll catch you guys there. Looks like it's that time of the month again, my once a month touching grass outing. I got Bailey driving me. It's kind of like driving Miss Daisy, except that the roles are reversed. She doesn't know that joke. She doesn't know what I'm talking. She never watched the movie. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Maybe I'm just born to be a troll. I keep trying to take myself so serious and say, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I mean, I can do entrepreneur stuff off camera, but whenever I get in front of the camera, it's like a demon takes me over and I just start doing like clown stuff. I can't help myself but to do clown stuff. Oh, look. 911 Cabriolet.
It's green.
When I get in front of the camera, it's like something takes me over and I'm unable to just continue being the normal off-camera me. It comes off as being a troll or a degenerate, and I really want to stop that. I want to be my best self in front of this camera to help you guys also succeed. But I might just be delusional as fuck. Let's keep it a buck. I might just be delusional as fuck. Wait, you're gonna start at Publix on the way there, or?
Yes, what?
Where are the groceries gonna fit?
I'm not getting a bunch of groceries.
Okay. Well, if Octavia's asleep, I'm gonna stay in the car. Because you got all this stuff in the car.
I don't want to make 2 trips.
Little known fact about Bailey, she's a bit of a hoarder. So.
I'm not a fucking hoarder. That's stuff people lent us when we didn't have shit in our apartment, so I don't want to hear it. Negative.
The first step in improving is acceptance.
Yeah, you need accepts.
Look, when we got moved out of our apartment, I grabbed like one little suitcase, and when I came back to the apartment, I still had one little suitcase with all the same things I left with. Bailey left with like a bag. She left with like 2 bags, like handbags, and she came back with like a suitcase, this, that, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, how the hell did you leave with 2 handbags and come back with a suitcase and 5 handbags and a bunch of other random stuff? I'm not a collector of things. Like, I'm a very simplistic person. Yeah, I like expensive stuff, but I don't like go out of my way to like collect random things. I already told her when we moved to Texas, I don't want her to fill the apartment with a bunch of stuff, because 99% of the stuff in the apartment right now it belongs to Bailey. I only own like the bed, a dresser, the sofa, and my desk. I don't even own a TV. I threw my TV away. If it was Bailey, she would never have thrown that TV away.
Yes, I would. It was broken.
Was it broken? It was marginally broken. Like that could probably been. It probably could have been repaired. It just had some lines on it.
It was broken.
You wouldn't have thrown it away.
I would have thrown it away.
Wink, wink. Says the person who has a TV that sometimes goes crazy and you have to like pull out the plug to get it to work again.
It still works though.
I know, and you would say the exact same thing about the one with the lines on it.
No, I didn't like that. It looked
like I'm saying, I'm just not a person who collects stuff. I'm not a collector. Am I? You tell them. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I am.
You had Bud Light that your ex had in your fucking closet.
That was a joke. I was gonna throw that away, and I kept it because it was making her upset, and I thought it was funny to see her get upset. So next to us, there's a Porsche, right? And they looked in the car and they saw the big ass camera and they were laughing. I just saw them laughing, and I'm thinking to myself, like, they're probably thinking like, what the fuck are these Venza drivers recording? Because it hits different. Like when I was in the McLaren and I had my camera and I was like recording, that hits different than when you're in a Toyota Venza recording. They're probably like, what the hell are they even recording? What could they possibly be doing in there?
OnlyFans.
Now that I got a job, by the way, I haven't told you guys, I did end up landing a job. I know some of you guys don't watch all of the live streams, so you probably don't know, but I did land a job. Now that I landed a job, the temptation is back to get a supercar, but I'm like, no, I gotta be responsible. I gotta get my money up to the point where I have millions. When I have at least 2 million in the bank, then I'm gonna jump on and get a supercar. Until then, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna focus on investing and on building up those companies I'm working on. And then, when we get a supercar, we're gonna get a real supercar, a big boy supercar. No little McLaren 570S or Porsche 718s or Lamborghini Huracans or Ferrari, what's the entry level Ferrari? Ferrari Romas or whatever. No, we're coming hard. We're coming hard. We're gonna bust all over your face. See, I can't help myself.
Bro.
I can't help myself. But I know.
So you have to say bust all over your face?
Baby, I can't be normal when I have this fucking camera in my hand. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. No, seriously, we are gonna get a big boy supercar. Like, I wanna get like a Lamborghini Revuelto or a Temerario or a Ferrari like 296 GTB, like some serious hard-hitting car, not no little entry-level supercar. That's good for y'all little brokies, but for me, nah, I gotta get to the next level. I'm done. And to do that, I need to really start like really focusing on leveling up. Even the amount of money I wasted on the entry-level supercars, that money could have been invested, and by now I would have enough money to buy an SV, big boy Lamborghini, because I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on cars. It's time to be serious, man. It's time to be serious. Bite the bullet, lock in, get to the next level. Stop playing these kid games trying to get some entry level 911. You think I want to drive a 911 like a brokey? Like a little brokey? You think I want to drive a Huracan like a loser? Like a bum? Like a poor? No, bro. A 570S McLaren? That's for the broke boys. I'm not trying to do that. Let me pull up in the McLaren Senna and the McLaren 750S. You know what? Even the 750S is for broke boys. Let me pull up in the 765 LT. If it don't have the word LT at the end, I don't want it. Let's just put it that way. Let me pull up in a P1. Like, we're done playing these games, bro. I'm done. And I sound crazy as hell driving around in a Toyota. We in the Toyota right now saying that, but I'm dead serious, man. This new app that I launched 2 days ago, I need to get it up to 20,000 a month. So I need to focus on the advertising and whatnot. Today I'm gonna be meeting up with my cousin. Hopefully he's gonna be at this barbecue that Bailey's parents are having. I need to talk to him because I already gave him the outlines of the marketing plan that I want to implement. And we need to lock in. We need to get this going. I launched the app. Now it's been like 3-4 days. Waiting 4 days is crazy. Like a serious brand would have the marketing campaign locked in so that when the app launches, they can drop the marketing campaign the same day it launches. Now we're 4 days behind. I don't want to be too hard on my cousin. He's never really worked in corporate America. He's never worked in a engineering firm, but I have, and I know how this goes. And when I was working for Smith Micro, when we were on the AT&T project, the day the AT&T project Secure Family launched, they already had the marketing campaign going. They literally had ads on TV. Done. The same day. In fact, the development of the app was tied to when the marketing campaign was going to be released. What was pushing the development ahead forward, setting the due date, was based off of the marketing campaign. That's how it's supposed to really be done. Like, you need to have a catalyst that pushes you to release your app on a set due date. The problem with this little startup that I have is that we're doing this the other way around. The development of the app is pushing the marketing campaign. It should be the marketing campaign pushing the app. The marketing campaign should have had a set due date. Hey, on what month are we in? On May the 15th, we already have the ads set to run. We need the app live by that date. And then development is getting pushed by that due date. But instead, we have development pushing the marketing saying, oh, the app is releasing on XYZ day. We need to have you start working on the campaigns after that. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And I hate to drag my cousin, but the truth is that the whole time I was working on the app, he should have been working on the ad campaigns. If you're some sort of person who's experienced with marketing, you don't need me to tell you like, hey, do X, Y, Z. You should already know what to do. But I'm not gonna start talking shit. That's my big mistake. I always end up talking shit, and I'm just gonna let the guy do his work. Let's see what he does. Today I'm gonna talk with him. I'm gonna give him some money for the Instagram, Facebook ads. And then I expect him to go out and get the influencers necessary. I already spent like an hour that one day on stream looking up baby influencers. We have a list. I already compiled the list. This is not even my role. I shouldn't even be doing this, but I already made the list and I forwarded that to him as well. So I expect him to go and try and get these people's emails and start doing advertising outreach. That's what I expect. But again, you can't force people to work, so if in a week I don't see any results, I will have to end up either finding another person that has marketing experience to do it, or I will have to do it myself. I hate to be that way, but this is business. And I need to get my money up. I need to get my Lamborghini Temerario. I need to get my Bugatti Tribillon. That's the goal. That's the goal. Anybody who's watching this, you know, I sound crazy as hell, but it's not going to be crazy when I pull up in that Bugatti Tribillon. The same thing, like when I told my buddies about the McLaren, oh, I'm gonna get a McLaren, that's my goal. People laughed at me, but they didn't laugh when I pulled up in the McLaren. It's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna have to lock in, bust my ass, start releasing apps and developing all kinds of software as a service for different companies so that we can get to that level where we have the Bugatti Tribillon. You know how crazy it would be if Scott Leonard is the first person in Orlando to get a Bugatti Tribillon, or Texas, or wherever the fuck we're going? Like, that would be insane. That's the perspective that I want to maintain while I'm working on this project. Anyways, I'm yapping a lot. This trip, we just started the trip. I'll wait until we get halfway to get back on here and see if I have anything else to say. I'll catch you guys then. Looks like we made it to Farmers Only, Titusville.
No, we're in Tittyville.
I hate coming here. I wish Billy's family lived in, like, even if they lived far on the coast, I wish they lived like in New Smyrna or Melbourne or some other place than Titusville. Titusville is the worst coastal town in Florida. I'll say it and I'll say it again. Titusville is one of the few places on earth that I can confidently say I hate going to. It's a long ass drive. The drive is a total buzzkill. I'm extremely tired. Bailey's grumpy. And she took the back way, even though she said she had a headache. Which kind of makes no sense. But anyways, we're almost to her parents' house. I'm probably just gonna be sitting outside in the backyard.
Where's my Mother's Day gift?
I'm your Mother's Day's gift.
You're gonna be watching her because I have to cook.
Oh my God, she said do you see? I'm gonna have to stand on my alpha male principles here. I'm the top G. When have you ever seen the top G taking care of a baby? Haram.
You helped create it.
The top G, you know, I saw a video of Tristan and he said that his baby mama, I think it was Mother's Day ironically, she was like, when are you gonna take me out on a date? And he said, I don't take women with children out on dates. Oh my God, that shit was so funny. You can't say that Andrew Tate isn't funny. That's one thing. If you want to say he's not funny, you're lying to yourself. He's extremely funny. It's like saying Trump isn't funny. Trump is funny as hell. What's your thought on the top G? Haram! You're broke! I haven't done that in a while. She probably thinks I have some sort of mental deficiency. I don't know if I'm gonna record anything at Bailey's parents' house. Probably not. I just took this for the trip here. But if anything crazy happens, I'll definitely record it. Anyways, I'll catch y'all later. Yo, so
Octavia, please.
we're leaving Bailey's parents' house. Bailey's fighting with Octavia. But it was some good food. Good food. I'm tired as hell, so I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get home. I'm just gonna take a little nap before I get on some work. I saw my cousin. I had to grill him a little bit, but I think he might be on board with finishing the marketing. I'm looking forward to see what he does with that. I finally convinced Billy to leave early because I didn't want to stay until the very end. I'm so tired. I'm just trying to steal some food and get out. But it was good. It was good getting out of the house. I got to touch some grass.